Welcome to the next episode in our Zanzibar series. In this video, we'll give you a tour of our resorts. Because it's rainy season in Zanzibar, there's a lot of specials currently. We found one on the Flight Centre website, but they all come down to bookings through Africa Stay. We paid just short of 8,000 Rand per person, which included flights, transfers to your accommodation, 7 nights accommodation, all meals and snacks, and all the drinks on the first page of the menu. Zanzibar Bay Resort and Paradise Beach Resort is situated on the east coast of Zanzibar Island and about 45 minutes drive from the airport. Both of these resorts are basically just one big one, and you can use the facilities of each one. So if you don't know which one to choose to stay at, it doesn't really matter. We've literally just slept in the room. But now it's time for the resort tour. Right behind me is the gate where you'll arrive when you come to Paradise Beach Resort or the Zanzibar Bay Resort where we are. They share the same reception desk. Next to that is the tour desk. This is also the area where you'll depart for your tours. You can see a group of people down there waiting for their bus. Having a good pool at your accommodation in Zanzibar is very, very important, because when the tide goes out, the sea disappears for at least a kilometer and it gets so hot that you do want to cool down. There's some really nice pool areas at this resort. This pool is close to the reception area and it's one of the quieter pools. This is the main pool, and where lots of activities happen throughout the day, like aqua aerobics, volleyball, there's even a slack line. You just check the board at the main eating area and they put down the times of all the activities there every day. There's lots of seating areas, and we haven't had to look for a lounger once. But if you come in peak season, maybe book your seat just before breakfast. Coming out of the food hall and just going straight, you'll come across Paradise Beach Resort. So this brings us to another pool that we can use. We actually watched a cool drum show here the other night. The nice thing about this side of the resort is they also have these lounge chairs on beach areas, so that's quite nice.
We are now heading up to the main eating area, which is shared between the two resorts. We're gonna go get some breakfast.
The way the food works is that it's a buffet. There's quite a big selection, but my favorite is the live cooking. Every lunch and dinner time they have something going on in that corner, and in the mornings they do omelets. I also like the cold room where there's a bunch of salads and the dessert is also in there.
Just by the entrance of the food hall, there's a board here that shows all the activities they have in the evenings and throughout the day.
Jumbo! In the food hall, you'll also find this drinks corner. It's pretty much the same drinks throughout all the meals. In the mornings, you can have your coffee and some fruit juice. The fruit juice isn't fresh, but it's still refreshing. In the evenings, you have the option to get a glass of wine or a beer with your dinner. Tonight we have red snapper for dinner. Like we didn't have enough seafood for lunch. It looks amazing. Tonight they have stir fry, and it's like a build your own stir fry. You get to put the ingredients in the pan yourself, which is it's really cool. And it's at the live cooking station again, so this is the place to get the best dinner. An a la carte restaurant is also available if you don't feel like eating from the buffet. There are plenty of really nice walkways through the resort. The thing is, if you are trapped in the rain, there's no covers, so definitely bring an umbrella if you come in rainy season. It saved us yesterday on the way to breakfast. There are various bars situated all around the resort. One of our favorite bars is also this pool bar, so you can just sit down by the pool and grab a drink. There's also a pool bar on the Paradise Beach Resort side, perfect for grabbing a drink while you watch the evening show.
Behind me here is the Coconut Beach Bar, which I think is where all the parties happen. It is the main kind of place to be in the evenings with the music going and everyone just having a great time. Literally on the beach, there's lots of lounging areas all around those larpers. And just down from the pool you have white sand beaches. When we arrived, the first thing we did was we jumped into this ocean. It was amazing.
Currently this is going into low tide, so at high tide the water comes all the way up right to these stairs. So the change is actually quite insane.
Yeah.
I think our favorite place in this resort is that Jetty bar over there, which is part of the resort. It's got a bar and it's also got some seating areas, and it's just so peaceful out here.
They have these amazing steps that go into the ocean, so you can come here, swim, snorkel, just lounge in the water, which is what we do. Get your drinks from the bar. It is literally paradise. To give you perspective, low tide, the water is probably a meter below where it is now, and in high tide it comes all the way up to almost the underside of where the benches are, which is, it's a good, I'd say 3.5 meters of actual tidal change. That's why the water goes so far back, and you can walk out almost a kilometer if you have the right shoes, because there's lots of little sea urchins and shells and like little rocks that you can cut your feet on. Being low tide, you can also walk along the beach and find sandbanks that go quite far out, which is what we did yesterday.
We walked all the way till probably there at the end.
Our resort is over that side. It's very low tide. We decided to take a nice walk down the beach, and we've seen a lot of different types of houses and local communities. It's quite strange seeing all these boats just anchored out there on the sand because it's low tide, but at high tide everything's floating and you can go on the boat.
We decided to take a walk from our resort out into the streets. We drove up this way yesterday. We saw some shops. We're gonna see if we can find anything. There isn't much to see on the walking on the road just outside of the resort. We're probably about 2 k's down the road. But the nice thing is to see all the locals. The one lady just came calling us from her house and she wanted to sell us some bangles. But then we also got to see the 2 little girls. It was really cute and everyone is so friendly and greeting us. It does help to know basics in Swahili just so you can communicate. Saying hello is jambo, thank you is asante, thank you very much is asante sana. And if people want to sell you things and they kind of not stopping, you just say hapana asante, which is the Swahili for no thank you, and then they understand. And it's a nice way of saying that you're not interested.
How are you is habari yako.
And to say I'm good, you just say nzuri. Habari yako.
Habari yangu mzuri, wewe uko sawa?
Nzuri sana. Across the road from our resort is a little shop where you can buy sarongs and dresses. My sarong was 13,000 shillings. So if you get to the resort and you're looking to quickly get some beach wear, just walk across the road. We completely missed this. Altogether we walked about 5 kilometers. We went first north and then just a little bit south to those little shops there. But for now we're going back to our resort. The rain seems to have cleared up a little bit. We've been walking in the rain, but it's so hot. You also have the option to shop at the boutique that is situated in the resort. There's also a spa available, but we're not going to show that to you because $100 for one massage is a little bit out of a South African's budget. And apparently there's also a gym, which we're also not going to show you because, to be honest, we're not going to use the gym on this trip. Our activities have been quite active and also we're here to relax, so no gym for us. It's our last night in Zanzibar. It feels a little bit weird to only do our room tour now, but we wanted to live in this room for the full week and then give you some feedback and how we experienced it. Each room has a little balcony like this. Wherever your room is in the resort, there's always going to be some kind of activity. Some apartments look out on the pool here at the top, others at the pool at the bottom. Our room has the view of the reception, so in the morning people gather there for tours and it can get quite rowdy, but with the aircon on in the room it kind of drowns out that sound. Let's go in. The room gets cleaned every single day, and in the evenings housekeeping would come and put the mosquito nets on. There's a big working desk, so we've been living here for a week already. Just excuse all of this mess. Place to unpack your bags and a little tea and coffee corner. These are the 2 bottles of water that gets filled up. We are not sure about the tap water. We haven't even tried it yet because there's always water in those bottles. The bed is really big. It's big, it's comfortable, and we were very surprised actually with, there's no like duvet. It's a very, very thin cover, but it works for Zanzibar because it's so hot. And then the aircon is literally situated right by the bed. We have 2 plugs that works with our 2-pronged plug. But if you're from South Africa, bring an international plug. We didn't. Behind this, it's like a cupboard space. We've unpacked all our stuff, so we're not going to open it for you. But there's lots of space over there. Here you just basically have the basin, hairdryer, a towel rack, and then in there you'll find the shower and the toilet. And another towel rack. So we're on the top floor, and if you get a room that's on the top, just expect the water pressure to not be great at first. So we put it on and we wait 5 or so minutes, and then the pressure comes down. We heard a few other people say that as well, but the top floor only. And there's Wi-Fi. In the room it's a little bit weak. I found it strongest down by the pool, but who needs Wi-Fi when you're in Zanzibar? Except if you're on a coast all the time. You get bath towels and you get these cards that you can swap for beach towels. We brought 2 beach towels from home just to take on our trips out, but we saw other people using the hotel's towels. We know a lot of South Africans are probably going to come here because of these amazing specials that they're running. So if you have any questions about this resort and the tour that we gave you, please let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. We really hope this video was helpful. Make sure to catch our next video where we'll show you all the tours that we did on our trip. In this video, we are giving you.
Yeah?
In this video, it looked like there was a drop on it.
Ow. Get that. Going into the wall.
Zanzibar yetu hakuna